We are here to, or for me to, describe to you the nature of San Diego's vehicle stop records, what they tell us, and I will demonstrate all of this to you in the next 2 or 3 sessions. We begin by first looking at the data that was given to us by San Diego. The data was presented in Excel spreadsheets and we converted them into SQL Server. I'll start, and you must forgive any feedback that you hear from my speakers. I'm using a laptop to do this, and I'm known for having used laptops to do recordings. So first of all, we'll look at the database. We'll issue a number of queries, and the database will respond by telling us about, it will answer our questions. So here we go. First of all, we're asking how many records there are, how many are missing, how many are duplicates, etc. And from this, you can see that we have somewhere about 2,160 records missing, 6,900 purged, etc., etc. You can see for yourself. The next thing we'll do is we will look at some standard counts of the database for the years 2013 and 2014. Our demonstration will be focused on records for 2014. And here again we see 23,000 records 2013, 143,848, and so on and so forth. So altogether there are 167,000 in round numbers in the entire database for both years. And of course we have some records that are shown as unknown, meaning there is no service area to which they are assigned, and that of course presents a particular type of problem when the data was being analyzed. I first must tell you the difficulties that we encountered in trying to get data from San Diego. First of all, we asked for them to provide the data that they had. Well, they gave us a very small subset of data, as is demonstrated here. In other words, San Diego told us that the data in the 8 fields here are all that they had. Well, after we pressed on it over threats from a certain Jacob Mostella, who claimed that San Diego's personnel were being wiretapped, we ultimately prevailed and obtained a larger data set that is demonstrated by these groups. We see the larger data set having somewhere maybe twice as many fields. If I recall, it was as many as 14 as opposed to the preceding 8. And there were an additional table that showed us what happened after the person was stopped. So what we're looking at here are the details in this first segment. Details meaning the stop record. I should use the word master to describe this set of data. The second set of data is are the details that are directly related to the master records shown above that are now highlighted. And so for any one record here, there should be one or more records at the detail level. The third group shows us just how many detail records could be related to the master record. For example, with respect to the very first record here, 105-8554, there are as many as 9 detail records related to a master record. Finally, I will show you the present table that we're working with, the nature of it, how many records there are, and not only how many records, because I'm not going to show you how many records there are, but I'm going to show you how many fields exist after we flattened out the 2 files that we got from San Diego. We got a file of master records, a file of detail records, and we flattened them out. And this is what it produced. As you can see, if you move from left to right, we will see the date, the stop date, the stop time, the reason for the stop, race, sex, age, service area, etc., etc., etc. And that concludes this first presentation.